I think that I'm going to hide it somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this blade. We could be as one and we'll escape. We can run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. I won't let you down. We could have the world to ourselves, going to a place that's far, staring at the stars for hours, 'cause you're a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this blade. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. We can run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Yeah, I won't let you down. 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 I won't let you down.
I'm very glad that you're here today. I hope that you're well and that you're feeling well and that all is going well in your life. Before I begin with the questions, I of course want to start with a scripture, and it's a long passage. It's the entire books of Proverbs, but it's very important, and I wanted to read it. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise adorns knowledge, but the mouth of the fool gushes folly. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, keeping watch on the wicked and the good. The soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse tongue crushes the spirit. A fool spurns a parent's discipline, but whoever heeds correction shows prudence. The house of the righteous contains great treasure, but the income of the wicked brings ruin. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, but the hearts of fools are not upright. The Lord detests the sacrifice of the wicked, but the prayer of the upright pleases him. The Lord detests the way of the wicked, but he loves those who pursue righteousness. Stern discipline awaits anyone who leaves the path. The one who hates correction will die. Death and destruction lie open before the Lord. How much more do human hearts? Mockers resent correction, so they avoid the wise. A happy heart makes the face cheerful, but a heartache crushes the spirit. The discerning heart seeks knowledge, but the mouth of the fool feeds on folly. All the days of the oppressed are wretched, but the cheerful heart has a continual feast. Better a little with fear of the Lord than great wealth with turmoil. Better a small serving of vegetables with love than a fattened calf with hatred. A hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms a quarrel. The way of the sluggard is blocked with thorns, but the path of the upright is a highway. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly brings joy to one who has no sense, but whoever has understanding keeps a straight course. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisers they succeed. A person finds joy in giving an apt reply, and how good is a timely word. The path of life leads upward for the prudent, to keep them from going down to the realm of the dead. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, but he sets the widow's boundary stones in place. The Lord detests the thoughts of the wicked, but gracious words are pure in his sight. The greedy bring ruin to their households, but the one who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous weighs its answer, but the mouth of the wicked gushes evil. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. Light in the messenger's eyes brings joy to the heart, and good news gives health to the bones. Whoever heeds life-giving correction will be at home among the wise. Those who disregard discipline despise themselves, but the one who heeds correction gains understanding. Wisdom's instruction is to fear the Lord, and humility comes before honor. I just wanted to read that. I was actually looking up scripture on, hold on, scripture on talking too much, and it led me there. So I think too many of us talk too much. We spend too much time talking. We spend too much time explaining ourselves. We spend too much time trying to sell what we have to offer to other people, simply meaning we're talking too much. We're trying to share who we are to someone. We're trying to sell that to them. People cannot be sold. You cannot be sold. You should not put yourself on a clearance rack, because that's what happens with goods that are sold. Eventually, they go on a clearance rack for new to come in. So stop putting yourself on a clearance rack and stop putting other people there too. That's the moral of the story today. Let's get into these questions. Did you do anything special for your 16th birthday? And if so, what? I don't remember what I did on my 16th birthday. I'm sure I had a special dinner. I didn't get a car because I didn't get my license until I turned 18. I may have just had friends over and we could have just had dinner. What talent were you gifted at that comes naturally? Mine is the gift of words. Sometimes more to a fault. Simply put, I tend to want to help others through my words. Want to help them understand whatever situation they're going through. I want to lend them encouragement to go out there and be themselves authentically, because the world is not the same without you, who you are, not who you're trying to be and who you're trying to perceive, but who you are. So I think my greatest gift is words. If you could be an explorer, what would be your expedition? Oh goodness, I don't know. An explorer is not anything I really wanted to do in life. I'm not a very adventurous person, if you did not know. Hold on, I'm going to share this chat out real quick. There we go. So, I'm not a very adventurous person at all. So, I don't know where I would want an expedition to be. Have you ever been disappointed by something you anticipated it to be bigger than life? Um, I guess maybe the birth of my first child, because I envisioned a natural birth and for things to go smoothly, and it did not. I had an emergency C-section because her heart rate would drop and mine would go up. And it got to be to a dangerous level. So there was no way she was coming out of me without the help of doctors. So, what do you love about the internet? That is a great question. What do you love about the internet? I love the fact that people can come together and talk and share and have a place of their very own. It's kind of like, say, your YouTube channel. Everyone decorates it, by the channel banner and the thumbnails that we choose. How your home is decorated is a reflection of you, just like how your channel is decorated. The things you post and share are a reflection of who you are to your core. And I love that because I get to know people by the homes that they keep online, not necessarily by the home they live in. Sometimes the home they live in online says more about them than the home they actually live in. If you step back and study people, you can really see who they are. If they're true to their word, if what they say really is what they mean intact. It's quite interesting, actually. I find social media very fascinating. At first, oh goodness, at first it was AOL chat rooms, right? And then you had MySpace, and then you had Facebook. And Facebook is where you went to meet all your high school friends again. And your families would join, and, it just became a place to share your life. Then came YouTube, which brought a whole new meaning to sharing your life. Some people share too much, honestly. Some people share things that I wouldn't personally share. Like, I would never come online and have an argument with my husband or have an argument in the background of a video. That's not who I am and not what I represent. We very rarely had arguments, though. I guess we did have them probably once or twice a year at the most. Especially the last few years we were together, because by then we had known each other's quirks and he knew where I was coming from when I would share something with him. And I knew where he was coming from when he would not share something with me. He was the patient one with processes. I'm the patient one with people. I give people more benefit of the doubt than your average person would. I look for the good in people, and I can usually find good in every single person. It may take a while, and it may take going through a lot of gunk, but I can find something good about every single person. And he did not like to take the time to figure that out. He wanted you to be upfront in who you were from the get-go. So many of you would not have made his cut. Just saying. Do you make choices based on what is best for you or on what's easiest? Ooh, that's a hard one. That hurts to the core sometimes. Oh, I would like to say both, but I don't know if I can. Do I do things that's best for me or the easiest? I would say probably 7 times out of 10, no, 6 times out of 10, it's for what's best. I do try to go the easy route when it comes to putting myself out there. Obviously, you see this picture instead of my face because I need to take a shower and my hair is messy and I don't want you to see that. So I took the easy way out and stuck a picture up there. Normally, though, I like to do what's best in the best interest. And it's more in the best interest of others than myself. What hope? No, what type do you always give your 2 cents on? What topic do you always give your 2 cents on? Oh, goodness. I guess couples. I don't like to see the way couples behave online, especially in public. Oh, I missed that by not paying attention. I missed a 30% off Kohl's coupon. Oh, well. The question is, what topic do you always give your 2 cents on? Marriages, for sure, because I believe I had a successful marriage. Went through the hard times together, got through the hard times together. My faith got strengthened in my marriage. So I would give my 2 cents on marriages. Do you prefer blue or black inked pens? Goodness. Personally, I like black out of blue. I don't know why. Hello to everyone coming in. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. What is your favorite takeout place? Your favorite place to get takeout food? And that's funny because we are having delivery tonight. So I don't know. I would say probably El Toro. It's a local Mexican restaurant to us. There, or gosh, if I had to go like random fast food places, I don't know. Could be Whataburger. Could be Taco Bell. Could be McDonald's. Depends on the day. Even Chick-fil-A. Depends on the day. I'm sticking to that. Where's your favorite takeout place? Maybe you can give me an idea for dinner tonight. What is your favorite decorative piece of artwork that you own? I guess probably my husband's deer mounts that are in our living room and kitchen because they were tied to memories of being on the ranch together. Are you a clean or messy person? What do you think I am? I personally am a clean person. I don't like clutter. Clutter disturbs my mind. Clutter is the epitome of messy to me. Of course, if you look at my desk right now, you'd probably say I was messy because I have water bottles and mail that needs to be thrown away. Oh, goodness. Here's a good question. I want someone to answer it with me. You're auctioning yourself off to charity. What would someone pay big dollars for you? Why would someone pay big dollars for you? Gosh. You're auctioning yourself off for charity. Why would someone pay big dollars for you? I would say probably because I'm entertaining. I'll make you laugh. I might make you cry too. I make myself cry with some of the wisdom that I share. I don't know if you hear the emotion sometimes in the videos that I share, but some things when I'm talking that just naturally come out kind of shake me to my core. So I would definitely say I was a masterpiece. Oh, here's a hard one. When should you reveal a secret that you promised you wouldn't reveal? My answer is never. Never. Some of you, though, would probably jump at a heartbeat and share it when you got angry. I've seen it online before. I've seen it come out, sadly. What do you think the biggest sign of a weakness is in a person? What do you think is the biggest sign of a weakness in a person? I bet you know what I'm going to say. The words they choose to use in a difficult situation. That to me reveals the weakness in a person. If someone is battling a conflict with someone and they come back rhetorically with a very perverse response and one fueled with anger, then that is their weakness and it will show their weakness in them. So the biggest sign of weakness is how you respond in conflict. Using perverse language. I'm not much of a cusser. I don't really cuss a whole lot. And when I do, my kids laugh because they think it's the funniest thing. And if I do, I'm usually kidding and it's a joke within the family. I wouldn't ever do it out in public. I wouldn't do it online. I really honestly barely even cuss in a text when I'm talking to someone. Occasionally it may come out, but not very often. What potential talents do you think you might have if you worked at them? I think I would be a great DJ on a radio station. Maybe. I definitely have the ability to be a motivational speaker. And that is a goal and a dream of mine to get on stage and do a real TED Talk, not a pretend one. One that motivates someone to get up out of their seat and go change their life forever. I use every opportunity I can on my channel to present content that inspires somebody to go be a better person. goodness. How could you expand your creative abilities? Hmm. Well, I'm writing and I'm making videos. I'm posting posts on my community tab. I'm going to say the next thing I need to do is merch, and I'm working on that. Have you ever owned a goldfish? Yes, he did not make it very long. I don't know how long goldfish are supposed to live, but mine did not live very long at all. Have you ever tried online dating? Why or why not? No, I have not. Because online dating was not really a thing when I met my husband. And I've only been widowed not even 2 years, so I have not even thought about it. I take that back. I have thought about it, but the thought of it scares me. There's some weird people out there. Weird. Crazy. If your life were a commercial, what would your jingle say? Oh, gosh. I have no idea. That is something I'll have to think about and come back to you. Maybe in a community post, I'll come up with something. What do you love to do for me time? Personally, I like to play Sims 4. I like to build, really, which you're getting another build tomorrow, by the way, if you didn't know. Um, I also like to read. I like to spend time putting on lotion and wearing something that makes me feel pretty in my me time. Maybe sip a cup of hot coffee or cocoa. Oh, that's what I'm missing is hot cocoa. It's been too warm, but we're supposed to get in the 50s overnight. So maybe Sunday morning I'll wake up and have cocoa. That would be nice. If someone assigned you a random job to start, what would be the worst career for you? Oh, goodness. I don't know. I've done customer service and I do okay with that. I've done administrative work. I do fine with that. I've done hair. I did fine with that. I wouldn't say waitressing because I think I would be okay communication wise, but maybe not being able to remember what everyone wanted extra or that I didn't write down. Um, do you do your utmost for the environment? I'm very not good at recycling, so no, I do not do the best I could. I could do better at that. Do you use cuss words? If so, which one do you use the most? I really don't. As I said, I used to, it's a joking manner. I would say the SH word quite a bit, just kidding around. No F bombs or nothing for me. Who was or is the worst leader in history, in your opinion? Oh, goodness. I'm not even going to touch that topic, honestly. I don't want to get into politics. So, what is your biggest debt right now? It used to be the house, but it's no longer the house. My biggest debt? Maybe a credit card. What would you even consider living? Would you even consider living in Ireland? No, Iceland. No, I do not like it very cold. I was born and raised here in the South, as you guys know, and I don't like it to be very cold. Cold hurts to me, so I don't like it. I mean, it's going to get in the 50s. That's chilly enough for me, you know. If you had to open up a lemonade stand tomorrow, what name would you give it? Goodness, I don't know. Lemons R Us? I have no idea. Do you believe in coincidences? No, I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe everything in our life was planned with a purpose in mind. And even though we have free will to mess up those plans, they just get re-altered and moved. And I truly believe that God knows what we were planning in our own minds to do in that situation. I don't think we do anything that surprises him. So, I don't believe in coincidences. Do you? How blunt are you? And what is the boldest thing you've said to someone? Oh, goodness. I'm not very blunt. I like to use my words and use kindness with my words. So I do believe you can be blunt and be kind at the same time. But most people are not. Most people, when they're blunt, they're very rude and they're very condescending. So, um, the boldest thing I've ever said to someone was when I was 13, maybe 12. And this girl in like the ninth grade was picking on me on the bus and got off. And I threw my books down ready to throw hands. Told her she didn't stop it, I was going to smack her. And so she walked away. She walked away from me. That's probably the boldest thing I've ever said to anybody. And I only had to say it once. And I really didn't mean it because I would have ran, to be honest. I would have ran because I do not like conflict at all. None whatsoever. What thing that you've made that you're most proud of? Outside of my kids, I would say a couple of my books. All of them, actually. They all are part of me and all part of the writing process. If applicable, do you like your significant other's friends? Why or why not? Um, yes, I do like his friends. They are like family to me. Some of them I don't know personally, but they seem cool. I know that they would drop whatever they had to help me if they needed to. Have you ever felt like a hamster on a wheel, never going anywhere, and why? Yes, I have. I did many times. Each time I quit a job, that's what it felt like, as I was on a hamster on the wheel going nowhere. That's how I knew it was time for me to leave when I was doing hair. It's how I knew it was time for me to leave whenever and having twins on top of another toddler, which would eat your whole paycheck as a reason to leave the job I left. But it was time. I was getting bored. And then teaching, I taught for 13 years. And at the very end, I felt like I was on a hamster wheel going nowhere, even though I knew I was touching little lives and I was making a difference in families. So none of that, I have any regret on any of it. But I knew it was time for a change. And when I make that change every time, it's like a boost of energy that surges through me. And I find a whole new purpose. So, yes, I have felt like that many times. Do you have a chip on your shoulder about something? No. What is that one thing your friends or family never let you live down? I don't know. I don't know. I guess when I was a teen, we were silly. All my cousins. We were all very silly. But it's not anything that no one would let me live down. What word or phrase do you use too much? I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. One of the twins asked me what I wanted for dinner. I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. If you ask me again, I don't know. I have a hard time making decisions lately, especially when it comes to food, and I don't know why. What is something that happened to you as a kid that still scares you today? When I get very tired, I get very clumsy. I'm still that way. And I remember specifically slamming the door on my fingers. And my fingers were just being stuck in the door. They didn't break, but they hurt really bad. They're very sore. And so I always have a fear of catching my fingers in the door. Since then, do you have any subscriptions? I'm assuming that means like magazines and let's see, we have a subscription to Netflix. I pay for Cyberlink, which is who I edit my videos through. I pay for Epidemic Sound every month. That's who I get my music from for my videos. I have a membership to PicMonkey to create my thumbnails through. I used to be an Ipsy and what else was it? It was something else. Aaron Condren had a subscription box. I used to get those. Birchbox. I used to get Birchbox, but I get any of those anymore. I canceled them. I was getting I still have lots of samples to go through to test. What is your kryptonite? I don't know what my kryptonite is. What would you say my kryptonite was? Do you believe in the validity of IQ tests? Somewhat. I don't think they really serve a purpose, to be honest. to measure someone by someone else's standards. It's kind of like any kind of other equivalent test. It's kind of dumb. I understand the reasoning behind it is to make sure that you're on target for learning, but I'm not one that says every kid tests the same way. Every kid should be tested by the same values. Because I know one of my kids struggled, but she made it. She made it just fine. Have you ever been scuba diving? No, I did go snorkeling, but I did not go scuba diving. Oh, goodness. If you had to be handcuffed to someone for 24 hours, who would it be? I don't know. Used to, I would say my husband, but I don't think that'll work right now. Give your funniest answer to why did the chicken cross the road? Sorry, Pumpkin. I didn't see you there, buddy. I'm sorry. He likes to hang out by my feet, and I don't see him. I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road? Maybe to get his cup of coffee so he could run. What have you read online lately that inspired you? I'm always reading inspirational quotes. Will you still celebrate your birthday the older you get? Of course, every year of life matters. Every birthday is important, even more so now than when I was younger. So, of course, I'm going to celebrate my birthday. What do you have a love hate relationship with? I will say social media, honestly. I love it for the way it brings people together, but I hate it for the comparison reasons. Everyone wants to compare you to someone else or compare themselves to you. It's ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, at one point we all have a standard, but our standards don't even compare to each other. I don't think. That probably made no sense. I know it made sense in my head when I said it, but it probably made no sense to you. What crime would you like to investigate? I would like to investigate embezzlement. I think that would be interesting. When you were a kid, did you ever ask Santa Claus for anything? If so, what? Yes, I've asked him for many things. One year it was a baby doll, and then another year it was a chalkboard because I wanted to play teacher, and I got a chalkboard. Santa always seemed to find exactly what I wanted. And then some. Have you ever been kicked out of anything? If so, what? I'm going to say no. I've never been kicked out. Who was your first crush? Oh my goodness. I'm not going to say the last name because you guys will go look them up, but His name was Duke. He had dark hair and he was handsome. He was tall and athletic. He didn't even know I existed. What or who inspires you to be a better person? You know who I'm going to say? My granddaughter. She inspires me to be a better person all around because one day she's going to see all these videos that I put out. She's going to be able to see everything I've said to people online, anything I posted, and I take very special care in what I share for that reason. So she inspires me to be better. My kids did until she came along, and now she is my inspiration. What is one subscription you don't want to live without? I don't know. Could you ever be a mortician, assuming it paid really well and you needed a job? Maybe. I mean, if you think about it, you're fixing up a body to be viewed one last time by their family. And if you put care into that to make them look well and healthy and neat and nice for their last memory, then I could see the winning side of that, I guess. Describe your opinion of war in just a few words. It's been around forever. There's always someone at war, whether it be actual physical combative war or word war. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not. How good is your willpower? Typically, what do you use it for? I think my willpower is pretty good. I can say no to sweets when I don't need anything to eat. I don't eat out of boredom. I don't eat just to eat. I have to have an appetite to eat. Willpower's been great on alcohol. I've not had a drink in almost 2 years. And I have the willpower to write every day. So my willpower is pretty good. And I'm going to end on one more question. Have you ever walked out of a cinema before the film was done? No, I have not. Not even when my kids were little. They behaved very well. And we always took them to movies that they would enjoy. And that is it for our 30,000 questions about me. Of course, it wasn't 3,000. I'm breaking these over many videos just to have something to chit chat with you guys about. Thanks for anyone who watched, and I will see you again next Friday. Actually, I have another video coming up for you tomorrow, obviously. Stay tuned for that. Until then, bye.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I